What's going on, everyone? Welcome, Rabid here, and today we're taking a look at the Hivemapper Dashcams. We do have the brand new Dashcam S and the original Dashcam itself. Now, I have had the original for a little over a year now. We'll kind of go through what that made and stuff so far. They haven't mentioned anything about not saying earnings in this video. Originally, I couldn't, so I'm going to go through that and we'll see what happens later. But, you know, right now, before we get into anything, you know, people don't really watch videos for very long. You're fast forwarding it, but I'm going to go through some quick numbers. If you are looking to get a dash cam right now, you can get this guy right here for pretty much free, like 85 to 90% off. I'll show you how here in a quick second. Now, before I show you how to do that, just between the earnings between the two dash cams, it does not matter which dash cam you use or order, they both earn the same amount. So this guy is only $300, where this guy is like $649, but this one does not earn any more. They both earn the same amount, but this one is giving off a better picture. And if you really want to help the network and, you know, go against Google and all that other crazy stuff there, this will be obviously the best one to get. But in terms of straight up earnings, all you need is this guy right here, and I'm going to show you how you can get such a huge discount. So this guy right here, as I mentioned earlier, comes in at about 300 USD. Now, just going down, clicking my link down in the description, using code RABID will grant you 10% off. So that is already $30 off that guy right there. That brings you down to $270. Now, anyone who purchased a dash cam within the month of January, so this month till the 31st, you're going to get airdropped 1,000 honey tokens once you map your first 200 kilometers. Now, depending on how much you drive and stuff, that could be on the first day for some of you. That could take a couple weeks. Regardless, that's 1,000 honey tokens. And at the current price right now, that's about $214. Subtract the two discounts, that's putting this mapper here only at $56. So be sure to hit that link ASAP if you are looking for a Hivemapper. All right, so now that all that's out of the way, you guys probably shut the video off. I'm gonna go over my experiences with this and how you kind of set them up in a nutshell, because you can run two cameras per account. Now, if you have multiple accounts, multiple phones or whatever, you can probably get away with more, and I don't know if that's cheating the system or how it works, but per account you're allowed two, one facing forward in your vehicle and one out the passenger side, whatever one is closest to the sidewalk. Now, if you're in the UK, I guess it would still be the passenger side, it would just be on the left-hand side there. But again, it's whatever the closest side is there. So you're allowed one in the front, one out the side passenger window. Now, both cameras run off their own Wi-Fi networks. They'll have different Wi-Fi connections. All you got to do is simply connect to one of them and then download all the data into the Hivemapper app. You're also going to need the Phantom wallet. That's where your honey tokens go through. You'll link the two accounts together, kind of like if you're used to MetaMask and DeFi, you link your wallet over to that DeFi platform. It's the same thing. Hivemapper map will link over to your Phantom wallet, and then that's where you'll get your honey tokens and so on based on what you map. So what you do is you connect your dash cam, any one of them first, it doesn't matter the order, and then go into the Hivemapper Wi-Fi there, connect it. The default password is Hivemapper, it's right on the app, and then download all the data. Make sure you do download all the data first, and then simply turn it off, connect to the Wi-Fi on the other camera, and then just begin downloading that data. Once you get home, simply upload it to your Wi-Fi, or if you have an unlimited data plan, you can simply do it through your cellular network while you're driving on the fly. So it's pretty easy to download and upload all your data. So Hivemapper has come a long ways since I originally got this mapper. I still see some people kind of complaining about pretty much nothing compared to what it used to be. If you first got this, you'd probably be throwing your phone and the camera right through the window when these first came out. So when I was driving and stuff, I don't really have photos or anything, so I can't show you, but there's a little map you can watch, and this would not record any data. It had totally different lighting systems, unlike the blue lights that we have now, and you'd have to reconnect it like 20 times, and then once you start moving, you don't know if it's actually mapping until you saw it tracking you within the app itself, and it was leaving a trail. If it was tracking you and not leaving a trail, it wasn't mapping. I went through weeks and weeks of not getting rewards and then getting rewards to get all this figured out. So that was way back when, long time ago, and you know, it was a real pain, but I continued on. I didn't get frustrated. You know, up here in Canada, we're very patient, and we just pretty much laughed it off. I'm just kidding, guys. We're not going into all that. But you know, it took a while. It does get frustrating, but I continued on with it. Now, with all the latest updates, it is very easy. Oh, also back on that, you could only have one phone per camera at that time. If you were running 2 cameras, you would need your phone linked to it. Like I said, it's tracking it live, and you would be linked to this thing. And then if you had 2 cameras here, you would actually have to have another phone and link to that at the same time, because they both had to be on. So now, you know, updates later and stuff, now that all the old crazy stuff is gone, these just map on their own. You don't even have to connect to them, as I mentioned. You only have to download the data. So these keep going. They're following the network. They know the GPS within them and all this stuff. And all you got to do is just drive around, and then once you get home, download it, or when you get halfway home, depending on how much you drove and stuff, you know, begin the downloading process. That way, when you get home, you're done. You can just leave your vehicle and start uploading when you get home, which is what I do. And then it's just ready to go. You don't have to have anything on. You don't need any networks or Wi-Fi's or nothing. You just drive. They do it all by themselves. Everything is so much easier now than it used to be. It's just pretty much point and go, and that's all there is. The other bonus here is, unlike any type of other hardware for mining, this technically, you could call it mining because it is giving you a return in income as you drive, but like, there is no expenses. All you have is the initial drop down of purchasing the hardware, and that is it. Nothing else. You don't have to pay for electricity or anything crazy. You can technically consider your gas as that if you're just mapping around for the fun of it. And that's originally what my whole plan was. So at first I was like, okay, well, hopefully these things at least, or I only had the one, remember, for a year. I just got this one in like a week or 2 ago. But hopefully, you know, this will cover my gas to get to town and stuff. That was my initial thing. If that can cover gas, that is awesome. I'm driving to town and stuff. Gas prices are going up. Even in my truck, you know, this one was very easily covering gas. And that's what I mentioned in my original video like about a year ago now, which is crazy. Then as time went by, fast forward to now, I kind of changed my mind. You know, forget about the gas and everything. I'm just going to wait for the bull run. As we know, you know, selling coins, looking at ROIs, anything in a bear market is probably the dumbest thing you could ever do, because prices are low. They're not going to pump. Yeah, we see nice gains, 100%, 200%, drops back down to 50% and so on. But the bull run is when the major gains happen. And you know what? My whole plan at this point was, I'm just going to wait for the bull run, map away as I usually do once or twice going into town. That's usually all I ever drive anyway. And then I'm just going to wait for the bull run, and maybe this thing could buy me a brand new car. You know, kind of look like we look at GPU mining stuff. You know, 1 GPU eventually could turn into 2. My CPU mining rigs, I started with 1, and through just XMR alone, I was able to build my entire next one. So this is like ROIing my car. I know, our cars are not cheap, and this thing, I think, can get it done. So that was my new goal. Now I'm waiting for 2025, the bull run. We'll see exactly what Honey Token can do moving forward, and then maybe this thing will buy me a new car. Now technically it already could have. It pumped to over 38 cents or something there a couple of weeks ago, and I could have sold all my coins and I could have bought a brand new car in 1 year's time. That is absolutely awesome. So it would have made my goal, but I was like, you know what? I'm still waiting for the bull run, and maybe I'll be able to buy 2 vehicles, one for me and one for the missus. So that was my new goal. I already upped it because this thing is making so darn much. Okay, so now I loaded up my actual Phantom wallet, and you can see I have 54,345 Honey tokens in a year and 2 weeks with just the one mapper. So that's actually good. Now this is USD. I do live in Canada, so this is almost like 12 or 13 million dollars here. I'm just kidding, guys. It's not that bad. Our money isn't that bad, but it is pretty darn bad. But you know, I don't know, this is probably around 15, 16,000. Now when it did go up to about 38 cents, that was about 18, 19,000 USD. And I was around that 25, 26,000 Canadian mark, which would have bought me a brand new like Honda Civic. I'm not looking for Lambos. You know, all I care about is nice fuel efficient type of vehicle, you know, nice Honda Civic or Toyota Corolla. That's all I'm really looking for. That's all I really want. You know, minus my truck and what I got now. I just got a crappy 97 Corolla that I use for a beater, but I also got my truck, which I kind of baby. But, you know, regardless, that'll buy me a brand new car, and I could have already done it. So now, you know, the old lady, she wants a Jeep, and so I need around 50,000 Canadian to get the 2, both of them. Brand spanking new 2025, so they're not even made yet on the vehicles we're going to get. and they're gonna get them from these mappers right here. So is it gonna happen? I don't know for sure. Maybe we already seen the high. We have no exactly idea how things will play out for this whole ecosystem, but I have high hopes, and that's my goal. You know, I use each piece of equipment with a goal. These two are gonna buy some brand new vehicles, and if things keep up, like sure, the token distribution stuff does drop over time, but you know, if things keep up and everything, maybe every 5 years or something, you could get a brand new car and just get rid of the old one, and at no cost. You know, basically right now on a unit that costs you about $56. Again, link in the description, guys. Order it up right now if you don't have one, because this is probably one of the most earning crypto things that you could possibly get your hands on right now. It's pretty insane. All right, guys, so that pretty much does wrap up this video. It was just originally supposed to be a nice, quick, short one. I'm not sure how long it has been going on for. I did do quite a bit of rambling here, but you know, this is the Hivemapper in a nutshell. It's making some decent profits. Basically, you know, getting that airdrop to 1,000 makes these things have a huge discount only for the month of January. So if you don't have it and been thinking about it, you know, it's almost coming up to your last chance, unless you do want to pay full price, but it's totally up to you. You know, you do not need to get one. I'm not saying go out and buy one, but these things are making a decent amount of money right now. So thank you for checking this out, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Link in the description. Rabid out.